The truth about ovarian cysts and PCOS specifically, or polycystic ovary syndrome. Your body is not creating cysts randomly. It is storing something it cannot digest, and that something is saturated fat. That sounds simple, but once you understand the mechanisms behind it, a lot of things that didn't make sense before, they're going to start clicking. So let's go ahead and hop right in. What cysts actually are. A cyst is not a disease. Most people hear cyst and they think about something that has gone wrong in the body. But a cyst is actually the body doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it's faced with something it cannot break down. Here's what happens. When saturated fat enters the digestive system and the body cannot fully digest it, that undigested material has to go somewhere. The body won't leave it circulating freely. That would be dangerous. So it walls it off. It creates a layered pouch, a cyst, around the undigested debris that contain it and keep it from leaking into the bloodstream and the lymphatic system. This is a protective response. The body it's not malfunctioning. The body is managing a problem the best way it can. The problem is what's inside that pouch. We're talking about an admixture of undigested fat, degraded tissues, water, cellular waste, and gases that build up over time. This also is true for fibroids. That's another story. The medical community calls this polycystic ovary syndrome. What we're really looking at is the body storage system for something it was never able to process. So, why cysts appear in multiple places? One of the things that confuses people is why cysts show up in different parts of the body, not just in the ovaries. Women with PCOS often have cysts in the ovaries, but cysts also form on the kidneys, the liver, the lacrimal duct on the eyes, and elsewhere. The body doesn't have a designated cyst location. It deposits this filth wherever it can, wherever there is tissue available to form a containment pouch around it. The ovaries are a common site. They are not the only one though. And the more saturated fat that enters the body undigested, the more material there is to store. More filth means more cysts. This is why PCOS produces small cysts rather than one large one. The accumulation is ongoing, and the body keeps forming new containment structures around these deposits. Why does surgery not solve it? This is the part that doesn't get explained clearly enough, and it's super important. So when a cyst is surgically removed, the cyst itself is gone, but the condition that created it is still there. The body still cannot digest the unsaturated fat coming in. The filth is still there, so the body does exactly what it did before. It creates new cysts. This is why so many women have their cysts removed and then they find new ones forming within months. And the surgery, it only addresses the symptom. The digestive failure, the actual reason why the body was building cysts in the first place, was never touched. Removing the cysts without addressing what fueled it is like draining water from a room without finding a leak. The room is just going to fill back up. So what needs to change? The source of the problem, saturated fat, from fatty meats like pork, lamb, beef. No, you don't need to be vegan. Dairy, avocados, fruit. Avocado is the highest fat fruit. Coconut oil, palm oil, eggs, heavily processed foods is what the body cannot fully digest in excess. When the digestive enzyme chain is compromised, and the raw material from those sources, they become the filth the body stores in cysts. This doesn't mean all fats are the problem. The body handles unsaturated fat, the kind found in canola oil, lean red meats like bison, and most wild-caught fish, very differently. So, fats go through a digestive process efficiently that way. Excessive saturated fat is where the breakdown happens. When we understand the problem is responding to a digestive failure and not producing cysts out of nowhere, the approach changes completely. We stop focusing on the cysts and start asking, why the body needs to create it. So, when we understand that cysts are the body's response to a digestive failure, not a hormonal accident, we can actually address the cause. That's where real solution comes from. The next video in this series, I'm going to go deeper into specific hormones responsible for fat digestion and why the body stops producing it. Okay? Make sure you subscribe. This next one is going to connect a lot of dots, okay? And if you want to know what that looks like for you in your specific situation, I'll offer free 15-minute consultations. The link is in the description and pinned in the comments. I'm Dr. Koda, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.